Welcome to the channel, my name's Shane. In today's video we're checking out a brand new tripod from Benro. This is the SC05 Spider-Man carbon fiber mini tripod. This very heavily reminds me of the Ulanzi carbon fiber Zero F38 tripod I reviewed a little while ago. It shares a lot of the same features and functionality, except it's much smaller, making it perfect for a different use case. Before we get started, a huge thank you to Benro for sending this out for the review. I really appreciate it. If you want to check this out in your part of the world, I'll link it down in the description box below. Let's get into it. Here's the Benro Spider-Man tabletop tripod up close. This weighs only 253 grams, so that's nice and light. And I'll put the ounces on screen if you live outside of the metric system. But this is a very lightweight design, but it holds up to 3 kilograms, and it's had no problems with my Panasonic S5 Mark II lens and wireless pack, so it does a really great job. Adding to the flexibility of this tripod, we can position the legs in one of 3 increments. This is at its tallest, this is in the middle orientation, and this is basically flat. So you can choose to use this in any number of ways just by pushing the buttons on each leg and moving them into position. To get them back to flat, all you have to do is push them back down and you're back to where you started. To change the orientation is nice and simple. We get a lock over here, we get a ball head design, so we can simply flip it down into vertical mode that quickly, lock it off, and we're good to go. On one of the 3 legs, we get a mounting point. So if you want to attach a second ball head, for example, or a separate accessory altogether, maybe a wireless pack, whatever the case may be, if you have the right attachment, you can hook it up over here. If you want a 360-degree rotation, we have it, and it's silky smooth. This feels awesome. Just pushing it lightly with one of my fingers. If you choose to, you can just tighten it up or lock it by using this latch over here. This latch is also designed so you can pull it up and across and get it out of the way of the camera body if it's already installed. So it allows you to kind of push it down, lock it, bring it back down, and tighten it up even further. We get a high quality quick release plate, and this allows you to connect it directly to your camera and take it on and off the tripod just by using this lever on the side. I thought I'd just check the quick release plate compatibility between the Ulanzi and Zero F38 and the Benro Spider-Man tripod. The great news is the quick release plate off the Ulanzi will fit on the Benro, but not the opposite way around. So the great news is if you already have one of these, you can simply use the quick release plate, as you can see on the Benro. How cool. Being a tabletop tripod, we only get rubber feet. I would have loved to have seen this come with some extra accessories, maybe to change these over to spikes if you do plan on shooting outside. One of the reasons you're paying a premium for this little guy right here is for this entire experience. If you're looking for the smoothest mini tripod that I've ever used, at least, this would be high on the list. Again, it puts it very much in line with the experience of shooting with the Ulanzi and tripod. So it feels really great when it comes to this fluidity test. Now this tripod comes complete with a kit, and I'll cover everything you get in the box in just a moment, but I love the fact it comes with a mobile phone clip. It's spring loaded, it attaches to the quick release plate, hook up your phone, and you're good to go. Being that this is a tabletop tripod, we're testing it on a table outside with my mobile phone thanks to the provided clip here. Now I can't shoot a panorama photo because the iPhone has to be in vertical mode, and with this clip it won't work. So let's give this a shot. This will be a 30p clip on a 25p timeline, so I'll have to slow this down a few percent to get this to work. My finger just got in the way there. But as you can see, it's nice and easy and smooth to turn. Once you loosen up this dial on the side over here, it just makes it very easy to get fluid shots even with a mobile phone. So this is fantastic. If you plan on doing these type of shots, you'll get great results. Let's try the wider aspect ratio now. Look at that. Wow. Man, phones are pretty impressive, I've got to say. Now, try my best just to make this be as efficient as possible for the video. I think the results should hopefully speak for themselves. It's pretty smooth, it feels good under the finger. Now, if you plan on doing any type of vlogging, you can lock it off onto a diagonal so you can hold it as you would with the camera on the end facing you. This is a really handy thing if you plan on doing any sort of selfie work. Now, if you know the channel, you know I'm a big fan of the Manfrotto Pixie tripod. This represents some of the best value when it comes to a small tripod on the market. But look at the size difference. So I thought it might be worth testing out the Benro Spider-Man for a little bit of vlogging. What you're looking at right now is the Panasonic S5 Mark II mounted on top of the Benro Spider-Man tripod. As you can see, it does a decent job, and I don't have to have my arm fully extended, which is also a great thing. Let's talk about what we get in the box, and I'm currently using the tripod right now on this outdoor table. We get a Benro neoprene carry bag. This isn't the best quality case I've ever seen, but it's great that they included one. Whether you're shooting with a mirrorless camera like I am right now on the Panasonic S5 Mark II, or a mobile phone, we get a spring-loaded clip that just connects directly to the tripod. So if you plan on shooting with a mobile, you can do that without any problems. Included, we get a setup guide. Now, the great thing is I haven't even looked at this because the tripod is very intuitive. Included, we also get an Allen key. Now, interestingly enough, I can't find where this actually gets used because all of the Allen key slots on the tripod are actually too small for this. So I don't know if I got a wrong size or what, but I can't find where on earth this actually gets used. While I have the carbon fiber version of this particular tripod, there's also a wooden designed one as well. So if you're looking for something a little bit different aesthetically, you can go for that. And from what I can see on the website, it comes in a really fancy wooden box, whereas this one comes in a cheap cardboard and plastic container, which left a lot to be desired on the unboxing experience. But it was functional, it worked, and I got it out of the box. And the tripod itself is great, but it just looks nowhere near as good as the wooden one when it comes to the unboxing experience. But I haven't got my hands on that. I can only go from what I've seen on the website. Let's wrap this video up. I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of this Benro Spider-Man tabletop tripod kit. Now, there's a lot to like about it. One of my favorite things about it, of course, is how easy it is to get different positions on the legs at the push of a button. I love having it in this flat profile. It makes for getting creative shots, especially if you're a filmmaker, really easy. You can plonk this on the ground, do some low to the ground filming, which you couldn't get with most conventional tripods. Secondly, I'm a big fan of quick release plates, and this one just snaps into position beautifully. You can lock it into position and you're good to go. So in terms of the overall user experience, it's quite good. And while this can hold up to 3 kilograms in an upright position, what I did notice is, especially with the Panasonic S5 Mark II, if I had it to the side and locked it off, it would tilt and fall. So just be very careful if you're using this with a heavy rig. Now let's talk about price, because this will be a deal maker or breaker. At the time of filming this video, it's currently on sale for $87.99, which is 56% off the retail price of $199. For me, $199 is too steep, but around 90 bucks, I think it's great value when you compare it up against the Manfrotto Pixie tripod. In Australia, at least, these come in at $40. So it's roughly just over twice as expensive on sale, and you're getting a far more premium experience. But just know, its limitations are its weight. When you've got it to its side like this, it can topple over. So if you're using much smaller cameras than what I've got in a professional scenario, I think you'll get a kick out of this. Just how fluid this 360-degree rotation is might make it worth it for your particular use case. I can see this being used for low-to-the-ground shots. Anytime I'm out in the park shooting a review video, I can plonk it down and get much more creative angles than I've been getting so far. If you want to check this out, I'll link it down below. Let us know what you think. Thanks for watching. Catch you soon. See ya.